Macmillan English, Language Book 5, by Mary Bowen, Louis Fidge, Liz Hocking and Wendy Wren. Unit 1, page 8.
The quest. Deng was worried. He looked up at the sky. It was clear and blue. He looked round him at the calm sea. There was no wind, and the monsoon rains had not come yet. The monsoon would come soon. During the monsoon, there would be rain all day, every day, for weeks and weeks. But today it was perfect weather for fishing. Deng turned his eyes from the sky and looked at his boat. It was a good fishing boat. He listened to the noise of the engine. Everything was all right. Why was he worried? Deng looked at the boy who was sitting quietly in the bottom of the boat. The boy was mending some fishing nets. Lek was a good boy. He helped Deng a lot. Lek was clever and he learnt fast. What is wrong? Deng said to himself. He looked at the sky again. I have been a fisherman here in Sriracha for many years, but I have never been frightened before, and I don't understand why I am frightened. There is no reason for my fear. When he had no money for food, Deng often went fishing in bad weather. He sailed his boat when the waves in the rough sea were huge, and he had never been frightened. Today the sea was calm, but he was frightened. We'll look for fish close to Sriracha today, Deng said to the boy. Lek looked up. He was surprised. But the weather is good, said Lek. There is no wind. Why don't you go further away from the beach? There are more fish away from land. We'll stay here, Deng replied. The boy said nothing. There was something wrong with Deng today. Perhaps Deng was worrying about his money problems. Deng had bought the boat 3 months ago. It was very expensive. Lek stood up and picked up the fishing net slowly. Deng stopped the boat and looked at the water. There were no rocks here. There was no danger, but he could not forget the words of the fortune-teller yesterday. Be careful at sea, the fortune-teller had told him. There is death in the sea. What did the fortune-teller mean? Who was going to die? How were they going to die? What was going to kill them? A storm? Was Deng's boat going to sink? Okay, the fishing net is in the water now, Lek shouted to Deng. The boat moved slowly forward over the blue water. Lek turned round and looked at Deng. Deng was worried. What is it? Asked Lek. Is everything okay? I don't feel well, Deng said. We'll go back when we've pulled in the net. I'll be okay tomorrow. Suddenly the boat stopped moving. Deng leant over the side of the boat. He looked down into the water. The fishing net has caught on something, he said. Deng went to the other side of the boat and looked into the water. I can't see anything, he said. Are there any rocks here? Asked Lek. Deng shook his head. No, there aren't any rocks here. What is it then? Asked Lek. I don't know. But we've got to pull the net into the boat again. Deng was worried. Lek looked at him. Something was wrong. Now Lek began to worry too. There were huge creatures in the sea. They could be dangerous. Was the fishing net caught on a sea creature? Lek put his hand in his pocket and touched his knife.
Unit 1, Spelling. Page 13.
The suffix ive can change a noun into an adjective. Deng's boat was very expensive.